Hello and welcome back into the Pioneer Weekly Recap and Preview Show. I'm Brian Staten. As we recap the week in Tusculum athletics, also kind of give you a bit of a preview as to what is going on as well. Let's go ahead and recap what has done, or what has been finished, and what has been completed as Pioneer football and volleyball. What we didn't get a chance to talk about last week were members of the all-conference team. Let's start with the Pioneer football team, where 6 players were mentioned to the all-conference team, or at least named to the all-conference team. Kevion Broadwater, Ivan Hogans, and D. Alford were named to the all-conference first team. Broadwater returning to the all-conference first team for a second consecutive year on the offensive line out of Gaffney, South Carolina. Started all 11 games last year. Was also named all-region last year. Being on first team advances you to that all-region possibility. Ivan Hogans returns to the all-conference first team. The junior out of Stockbridge, Georgia, led the Pioneers in tackles for a second straight year. For his 31-game career, he has accounted for 230 tackles, which are the 13th most in program history. His 32 tackles for loss, 10th in the record books as well. And D. Alford, what a career he has had at Tusculum. The senior out of Griffin, Georgia, earns all-conference recognition for a third time, but as a first-time first-teamer. He was great for the Pioneers in the game against Mars Hill, and for the year, he led the conference with 20 passes defended, which was 5th in Division II, including a team-best 5 interceptions this year, and his 15 pass breakups, also one of the tops in the South Atlantic Conference and in the nation, and was great as a punt returner as well. For his 40 career games, his 40 career passes defended, a new Tusculum record. His 195 career interception return yards, also a new school best as well. On second team all-conference, Torrey Ponder earned second team honors for the first time. Of course, playing a complete year for the first time out of Moultrie, Georgia, 35 catches for 571 yards and a team best 6 touchdowns. Jackson Cawthon, the sophomore out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, led the Pioneers with 15 tackles for loss in his first appearance on the all-conference team. And Malik Goodman repeats as an all-conference pick after earning Football Gazette all-region honor, third team honors from a year ago, as Malik Goodman, a guy that will be missed for sure for the Pioneers in that secondary. But congratulations to our 6 all-conference guys: D. Alford, Kevion Broadwater, Ivan Hogan's first team, Jackson Cawthon, Malik Goodman, and Torrey Ponder, second team all-conference for the Pioneers, who for a 4th consecutive year finish in the top 4 in the South Atlantic Conference. Volleyball action also had some players advance to the all-conference team. Let's talk about them, and one very high honor as well. For the Pioneers, Amaya Burrows, Elise Carmichael, and Gabby Gray were honored in the regular season awards from the South Atlantic Conference as they were named to that all-conference team. Amaya Burrows from Wesley Chapel, North Carolina, an outside hitter, highlighted Tusculum's all-conference accolades, having a remarkable first year in Greenville. She earned the Conference Freshman of the Year honor as she led the Pioneers with 332 kills, 3.53 per set. She also totaled 12 assists, 14 service aces, 217 digs, and 34 total blocks on the year. Burrows collected all freshman team accolades as well, and second team laurels as well. The 16th player in women's volleyball history to find her name on that big-time list for the Pioneers. Amaya Burrows, congratulations to her. Carmichael joined the teammate on the rookie lineup, becoming the 14th and 15th athletes in women's volleyball history to find themselves on that particular team, so congratulations to those. And Gabby Gray also honored. She rounds out the accolades with an honorable mention selection. The pick is the 8th mention in program history and the 5th player to be listed for the Pioneers. Congratulations to them. And you're talking about for basically the very first year, this volleyball team. So congratulations to that group and finishing where they have and placing themselves on that team. We talk about tennis. We talk about the McCullough sisters and what they are going to do. The ITA has come out with the rankings, and that they have come out nationwide as the Division II doubles by the ITA as the number 2 team in the nation. So congratulations to Annie and Caitlin McCullough. Of course, they'll start their season back more into the spring. So we'll see when that goes on. Of course, they proved themselves last year. They've already proved themselves through the fall part of the season, finishing up as the number 2 team in that nation in that ITA tournament. So best of luck to them. And hey, we do have some volleyball action to talk about, as well as the men's volleyball team is getting set to start here at Tusculum. They'll open up their home portion of the schedules. Invite you to visit the website to find out when the men will be playing at home. It'll be their initial year at Tusculum University, and so they open up January 8th, and you see there's a huge stretch, January 8th, January 11th, January 14th, for the Pioneers right here at home. So come out, check out some men's volleyball action as it gets set to get started here at Tusculum as well. National Runner of the Year in our book is Nicole McMillan, and she had her chance to participate in the national championships out in California. And for the second consecutive year, Nicole McMillan competed there. This year, a long way from home. Sacramento, California, that's a long way. She ran in the 6K championship race. And she finished 92nd out of all of that, 92nd out of 260, and I couldn't be more proud of what Nicole McMillan has brought to Tusculum and what she continues to do and how she continues to represent, be it to be an ambassador for the university as well. But a 92nd finish overall. I think she was a bit disappointed when someone was asking her, well, how'd you finish? Well, I didn't finish in the top 10, or I didn't win the race. So that is the type of fire and competitive nature that Nicole brings. But congratulations to her and the job that she has done for Tusculum and representing the school and doing the things that she does, not only on the soccer field, but then also for cross country, a two-sport athlete here at Tusculum. Talking about two-sport athletes, we have two winners of our Zaxby's Athlete of the Week. The big week for Tariq Jenkins and also for Aaliyah Miller. These two were named the Zaxby's Athletes of the Week. Jenkins, the senior out of Riverdale, Georgia, scored 19 points in Tusculum's 60-57 overtime win against North Georgia this past week. He shot 6 of 11 from the floor, 6 of 8 at the free throw line. Jenkins leads the Pioneers, scoring 15.3 points a game, 16th in the South Atlantic Conference. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Miller scored a season-high 20 points on 8 of 12 shooting as the Pioneers routed Johnson and Wales in their only action of the week. She came off the bench, played 25 minutes, also added 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals. And the 5 steals posted their largest point total for the Pioneers in nearly 10 years. Again, 2009, they scored 117 against Virginia Intermont. But the freshman out of Clarksville, Tennessee, the transfer from Volunteer State, is averaging 7.7 points a game and shooting 48% from the field, including 6 of 13 from three-point territory. Congratulations to Tariq Jenkins and Aaliyah Miller, named our Zaxby's Athletes of the Week. It's not necessarily a huge week this week because it is Turkey Day. It's Thanksgiving. But the Pioneers basketball team will be at home this week for 2 games, Tusculum and Lenoir-Rhyne, Tusculum and Catawba. And for the latest on that, you can check out the latest shows with Pioneer coach J.T. Burton and Pioneer coach Devin Carter as well. And that is our preview. This has been our weekly recap and preview show for everyone behind the scenes here at the Pioneer Sports Network. I'm Brian Staten, and until next week, happy Thanksgiving and go Pioneers.